The hidden laws controlling human behavior. The invisible forces running your life. Most people believe they're in control of their decisions. They think they choose what to buy, who to trust, what to believe, and how to act. They assume their thoughts are their own, and their behavior comes from conscious choice. But what if that isn't entirely true? What if many of the decisions you make every day are being influenced by forces you rarely notice? Psychologists have spent decades studying human behavior, and what they've discovered is both fascinating and unsettling. Beneath every action lies a collection of hidden psychological laws that quietly shape how people think, feel, and respond. These laws influence friendships, relationships, careers, politics, social media, and even the way you see yourself. The strange part is that these forces don't announce themselves. They operate silently in the background. Most people never realize they're being influenced because the process feels natural. Yet time and time again, human behavior follows predictable patterns. The truth is that human behavior is not random. It follows hidden laws. And once you understand them, you start seeing them everywhere. The law of social proof. One of the most powerful forces controlling human behavior is social proof. When people are uncertain, they look to others for guidance. This instinct helped our ancestors survive. Thousands of years later, that same instinct still controls modern life. People often assume popularity equals correctness. If a video has millions of views, it must be worth watching. If thousands of people support an idea, many assume it has value. This is why trends spread so quickly. This is why social media can influence opinions overnight. Most individuals believe they're making independent decisions. In reality, they're constantly scanning the behavior of others for clues about how they should act. The crowd creates comfort. Agreement creates safety. Standing alone creates uncertainty. That's why social proof remains one of the strongest hidden laws of human behavior. The Law of Reciprocity. Human beings feel uncomfortable receiving something without giving something back. Psychologists call this reciprocity. When someone gives you a gift, does you a favor, or provides value, you feel an internal pressure to return the gesture. This instinct exists in nearly every culture on Earth. But reciprocity can also be used as a powerful form of influence. Free samples, free trials, and free gifts aren't always acts of generosity. Often they're designed to activate the psychological desire to reciprocate. The moment someone feels indebted, their behavior changes. Most people don't even notice when reciprocity is affecting their decisions. The Law of Scarcity. People naturally place higher value on things that appear limited. The less available something seems, the more desirable it becomes. The moment availability decreases, interest often increases. Scarcity creates urgency. When people fear losing access to something, their emotions become stronger. Logic takes a back seat while desire moves to the front. This doesn't only apply to products. It applies to attention. It applies to relationships. It applies to status. People frequently become more interested in what feels difficult to obtain. What appears rare suddenly becomes valuable. The Law of Authority. From childhood, people are conditioned to trust authority figures. Parents, teachers, experts, leaders, doctors. This instinct exists because authority often serves a useful purpose. But authority can also bypass critical thinking. When an authority figure speaks confidently, many people automatically assume they must be correct. They stop questioning. They stop thinking independently. History is filled with examples of intelligent people following harmful ideas simply because those ideas came from respected sources. Authority itself is not dangerous. Blind obedience is. The Law of Emotional Contagion. Emotions spread faster than facts. Walk into a room full of excited people and your energy begins to rise. Walk into a room filled with negativity and your mood often shifts. Human beings absorb emotional signals from their environment far more than they realize. This is why panic spreads through crowds. This is why outrage spreads online. One person's fear can affect hundreds. One person's negativity can poison an entire group. Most people believe their emotional state belongs entirely to them. In reality, emotions flow between individuals like invisible currents. That's why your environment matters deeply. That's why your circle matters. The law of status. Whether people admit it or not, status plays a major role in human behavior. Status isn't just about money, it's about respect, recognition, influence, belonging. Human beings constantly evaluate where they stand within social hierarchies. People change their behavior around individuals they perceive as higher status. They speak differently, dress differently, act differently. Entire industries are built around status signaling. Cars, watches, clothing, and social media followers function as symbols of perceived value. Many people spend years chasing these symbols without realizing what they're actually seeking is validation. The law of consistency. Human beings want their actions to match their identity. Once people publicly commit to an idea, they feel pressure to remain consistent with that commitment, even when evidence changes, even when they're wrong. This is why changing someone's mind is difficult. Most arguments aren't about facts, they're about identity. The moment a belief becomes connected to how someone sees themselves, abandoning that belief feels like losing a part of themselves. People don't always protect the truth. Sometimes they protect consistency. The law of familiarity. The human brain prefers what feels familiar. Familiar people, familiar routines, familiar environments. Even when something new may be better, familiarity often feels safer. This explains why people stay in jobs they dislike, why they repeat old habits, why change feels uncomfortable. The human brain associates familiarity with survival. The unknown carries uncertainty, and uncertainty triggers resistance. Yet growth always requires moving beyond what's familiar. The familiar feels safe, but it doesn't always lead forward. The hidden truth. When you step back and look at these laws together, a powerful realization begins to emerge. Human behavior is far more predictable than most people think. People follow crowds, respond to reciprocity, chase scarcity, trust authority, absorb emotions, seek status, protect consistency, prefer familiarity. These patterns influence billions of decisions every single day. Understanding them doesn't make you cynical. It makes you genuinely aware. Because the moment you recognize these forces, you gain something incredibly valuable: choice. You stop reacting automatically. You start observing. You begin asking better questions. Why do I want this? Why do I believe this? Is this truly my decision? Or am I being influenced by something I haven't noticed? The people who understand human behavior gain an advantage that goes far beyond persuasion. They gain self-awareness. And self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. Because before you can change your life, you must first understand what has been shaping it all along. If you found these hidden laws fascinating, then you're going to love the next video. The hidden law that shapes your life, quantum psychology. Because there may be one psychological principle even more powerful than everything we've discussed today. A law that quietly influences your identity, your habits, your future, and the version of yourself that eventually becomes reality. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your life the same way again.